Good afternoon, everybody. For those who are attending the webinar, thank you for taking the time out of your day today to attend and learn a little bit more about Fortress Power, what we are seeing in the market, what we have learned also from the RE Plus Vegas event, and some of the new products that have also come out recently that I'm very excited to show you. What we're first going to go over is the Fortress Power Company history, because when it comes to meeting new manufacturers for your business or wanting to offer storage solutions and systems, it's important to know who's not just making the product, but who is supporting you from start to finish and continued support throughout the way. So for Fortress Power, we are a US-based company and a US-owned company. We are a manufacturer of lithium iron phosphate energy storage systems, and we have started in the year 2016. So we have been around for quite a bit of time with strong presence in the market and strong stability into this year and going to the years to come. We do manufacture safe and scalable solutions for not just residential, but also commercial, industrial, and off-grid applications. Our warranties range anywhere from 10 years up to 30 years of coverage. Now, the extension up to 30 years is done through a company called Solar Insure, which we will address shortly. We also create our own hardware, our software, and our own VPP services for VPP programs. We currently have well over 500 plus installers, and that is not just also statewide. That also includes, actually that number is actually outdated, it'd be well over that number, but we are based in multiple locations, so US, Canada, we are in Puerto Rico, Mexico, and many other locations. We are partnered with the most amazing distributors that carry our products and also assist along the way with brand awareness, with thousands and thousands of our current products and projects done everywhere. Now, to get more into the timeline of Fortress Power, where we started and how we have grown to this date. So,
Jake, hey Jake, just to interrupt real quick, we're only seeing the first slide still.
You are? Okay, let's check this. Let's check something. Let's try. Share screen, window, presentation. How's that looking, Anthony?
We're seeing the next couple of slides, but it's not in presentation mode yet.
Yeah, so if we click from current slide, if I go to the next one, does it get stuck?
You're working on two screens. The incorrect screen may be showing.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's try this.
All
Yeah.
looks good.
Okay, let's just test it though.
Yes, sir. Good to go.
Okay, we're in business, everybody. Technology is amazing in 2025, but man, can it also be a pain in the butt sometimes. So to get back to Fortress here. So our headquarters, our main location is in Pennsylvania, Langhorne. That is where the executive members are located. It's also where our tech support team is mainly located as well. We also have office locations in Puerto Rico and Mexico, a recent development because we are gaining massive traction in Mexico as well. Our warehouse locations, because we actually ship the products to the States and then we hold on to them till we sell them or send them to our partners. Those two locations, one is California and the other one is Miami, Florida. Now, a brief overview of how we have grown exponentially as a company. So in 2016, we were founded by Jing, and we started out in the lithium iron phosphate battery, and that is where our bread and butter really started out, was creating battery storage. As the years passed by, the demand and the appreciation of a very robust battery storage system that we created was increasing. So then that's when we decided from 2018 to 2019 to expand our whole battery product line. Now in 2020, we also launched our Guardian monitoring, and that was a significant milestone because it allows us to have monitoring on a battery module level. And then in 2021, we brought in our investment partner, but along with launching our C&I division. We assessed that in the market, residential is not the only place where energy storage is critical and needed. It's also in the commercial and industrial sector. And there's a lot of applications where you need bigger batteries, bigger inverters for bigger projects. So we are also a manufacturer of our own commercial and industrial battery systems and software there. From 2022 to current date 2025, we have now also expanded our whole product line to include our own inverters, 48-volt inverters on the residential side, batteries that can be installed indoor and outdoor, and also expanding our commercial line as well. Now, for manufacturing, we do manufacture in China, Malaysia. We do have plans for domestic manufacturing in 2026. That detail and information will be released once it is finalized, but it is in our plans for the year of 2026. Now, a brief overview of why installers choose us. At the end of the day, everybody here at Fortress Power, we don't just, we're not strictly just asked for this. We want to earn the trust. We want to earn the relationship, therefore earning the business. The proof is going to be in the pudding, truthfully. So we have reliable and proven products. We do believe that the installer-friendly design tools that we have not only helps the installer get an idea of how to size a system, but it actually allows you to size it with the homeowner. You can type in the demands and create a system on the spot, allowing you to create the bid or system on the spot too. Because sometimes if you have to go back and take a few days, few weeks to create a system, sometimes that creates opportunity for the homeowner's interest to maybe lower a little bit. Now, the technical support I personally am going to rave about, because I believe our tech support team is the standard of when it comes to the best tech support in the industry. Now, we are a US-based technical support. We have a whole team again in Pennsylvania. We have some in Utah. We have some in California. Along with, we have another technical support location in Mexico and Puerto Rico. This allows us to provide support all 7 days in the week, and therefore we can help whenever somebody is on site and needs assistance. Now, in all honesty, Sometimes is there going to be 10, 15-minute waits on the phone calls? Yes, there's always going to be those cases. It happens to any company and everybody. But we will always call back. We will always answer the support tickets that they submit. We will always find the problem and create a solution to help you and that homeowner progress. Now, when it comes to competitive installer pricing, we do believe we are very competitive in the market. Our pricing is available to, and it is given to all our distribution partners, which can be easily accessible to the state. We can scale for any project from 5.4 to 5 megawatt hours. So our systems, again, they can scale anywhere from the smallest to the largest, and you can actually use residential for some commercial applications too. Lastly, like I was talking about, installer trust and brand reputation. Reputation online, reputation amongst people, word of mouth is important to us. It's important to installers. It's important to distributors. And that reputation is always spread about how well they handle the project, how well the product is currently working and going to work in the future. So we want to make sure that we take care of all that for you and help you out the best as we can as a full solutions company in the battery energy storage sector. So a brief overview of how many kind of project types our systems can apply to. They can work for grid tied. They can work for off-grid, recreational vehicles, even boats, commercial, railways, telecom. I don't think I have come across a project where our equipment could not be used for it. So there's a lot of versatility that can be used with our equipment to those applications. So we're going to get a little bit more in depth into the newest and latest of our residential energy storage portfolio. But before I do, I'm going to briefly touch upon also the RES Plus Vegas event. The reason why I want to speak on the RE Plus Vegas event is because it was absolutely phenomenal. For those on this webinar or listening or watching this later that did not attend, as we know, the energy storage sector is facing a lot of challenges, especially in the States, with the political changes that are happening. And some people are feeling the pressure of how do we handle 2026? How do I create my business model to succeed in 2026? At the event, meeting all the installers that we currently work with or interested, there is a mass amount of optimism. And there's already projects going into 2026, and it's because everybody took the time to address on how to tailor their company, their infrastructure, their sales team, and how to pitch battery storage and solar into the next year, whether that's grid resiliency, being independent off the grid, power backup. That's still a big reason because, as we know, the demand for electricity in the States, it is not going down. It is drastically increasing with the amount of EV vehicles, with the amount of data centers that are being created and put into place in all these states. All these things require electricity. All the grids, I'll say majority of the grids in the States, is extremely old and outdated. And whenever there's a repair, it's more like it's a Band-Aid. There's not much improvement happening. So the strain is going to happen, and homeowners are sensing that. So they want to be prepared, but they also would rather use their own power than paying for increased rates of their electricity, which is already happening in California. It's happening in Utah. It's happening in Colorado. States across the whole nation are raising their rates because the demand for electricity is increasing. So that is why there's still such a drastic need for battery storage, is because we are not slowing down with needing electricity on the grid. So we need to electrify the grid even more. We need to create more power. But homeowners, they want to be ready for what's to come. And install partners and distributors are extremely excited for next year because solar existed very much and storage existed very much before the tax credit was a thing. It's very much going to exist after it. It's up to us as manufacturers, as distributors, as installers to adapt, to change, and succeed into the year 2026. And the industry is still going to thrive. I wholeheartedly believe that. So, and it's going to thrive when you look into expanding your portfolio, not just residential, but also looking into doing commercial jobs, but also encouraging utility companies to implement VPP programs. We currently have a lot of successful VPP programs in multiple states. They use that power to help sustain the grid, and the homeowners actually get massive amount of rebates, which we'll touch upon shortly. So to touch upon the latest and greatest and probably the highest demand products that we are seeing from Fortress Power going out to homeowners and for jobs. First, we'll talk about the storage. Number one is the eForce. So the eForce is a stackable whole home energy storage system. It is applicable for anywhere from just a 9.6, so just one battery module is a 9.6 system, and you can scale this all the way up to 268. Therefore, a lot of commercial applications. Now, they can be applied to homes, condos, apartments, again, commercial and industrial applications. And they really are amazing for off-grid. A couple of reasons why this battery is amazing for off-grid is the battery module on each one has a built-in heater. So when it hits cold temperatures, the heater turns on and creates like a warmer environment inside the cabinet. So that way the battery can charge and discharge more efficiently when it's getting the colder temperatures. We at Fortress Power recognize that is a thing that is very much needed because in a massive amount of the states, we are dealing with climates where temperatures drop in the negative degrees and elevation. Obviously, off-grid and some even other homes or commercial locations are in high elevation, anywhere from 6,000, 9,000, 9,500 feet. Our systems are rated to function in these high elevations, which is what makes us so successful. Now, this battery is stackable, so you can stack it vertically. So, for example, this battery, if you stack two, that's a 19.2 battery. You can actually stack it 3 vertically, making that a 28.8 battery. Or they can go horizontally to each other, like example on the right-hand side. So you connect one battery here, battery there, and then you would just connect the conduit wiring together that way. The reason why we designed the battery this way is because not every project, not every installation is created the same. Conduit wiring is coming from so many freaking directions, from the main panel, from a critical loads, from the meter. We wanted our battery storage and our inverters to allow you to adapt to whatever project comes your way, because ultimately you're going to be coming across a lot of homes that currently have PV and want to add storage to it, and you got to work with what they got or make some changes, of course. Now, all our batteries and inverters, they are on VPP programs and they are VPP ready. So again, if there's a utility company out there that is looking to create a VPP program, we're ready and we're going to join it because we like to lead the industry in that initiative. And then this battery, when it's paired with our equipment, so our inverter, our battery, and the Guardian, a little device that we talked about briefly earlier, the warranty on this one can actually be 15 years. So that's the benefit also when you go with a full ecosystem. It's one company, one handshake, one tech support, one software, one warranty, one location to handle everything. That's the beauty of Fortress Power. Now, to break down the eForce a little bit. So there's 3 major components. The bottom one, you have the closing circuit base. Now this, you can actually floor mount it or wall mount it. If you're going to wall mount this battery, we do have wall mount brackets with it. But I will say, if you're going to do a 28.8 battery stack on a wall, that's asking for the wall to handle a lot of weight because each battery is well over, I think, like 250 pounds. So If there's a project and you want to make sure that the weight is not an issue on the wall, please reach out to us, the sales or the technical support. We will assess it and help you scale the project. Next, we have each eForce battery is a 9.6, and then on top you have the E-Way. The way that this is installed is what makes these installations actually fairly quick. You have the base on the bottom, then the battery actually just literally plugs on top of it. Then the next battery just plugs on top of it. There is no stringing of wiring, positive and negative, to each battery module. So that eliminates the need to actually purchase extra copper wiring or aluminum wiring, which is an extra cost to the project. It also eliminates more time that your installer, your electrician has to do work. They can simply plug and play, call it a day. And then on top is the E-Way. The E-Way is what is actually completing the circuit for all the batteries, but it also has switches, it has punch outs, more stuff on the inside, which I'm going to show on the next slide. But it also acts as like a wire management box, again, because on some projects you have to buy like a I think some people come with a wire box, trench box, whatever. But this eliminates the need to have to do that, and it makes the install look more crisp, more clean. Now, this is IP65 outdoor rated, and it can be installed indoors as well. You can expand it. It has a 200 amp hour capacity per module. It is 1C rated automotive cells. And then the cell failure rate is something that we're extremely proud of because it's less than 0.02%. So this is, again, our own system, standalone BMS, has the built-in heater. It can work for multiple applications. To break down that top part, though, as you can see, when you open it up, it has punch outs on the left, the right, the back side, and on top. Again, we do this because conduit wiring from either the PV, from the pre-existing inverter, or from the main panel, or anywhere else can come from any directions. So this will allow you to work with whatever you're handed. Along with that, this comes with a built-in 750 amp bus bar. Again, we do that to help you eliminate costs and just make the install more seamless. It has a built-in e-stop switch on the left-hand side, has its own COM boards. You can also put in the Guardian device inside this box, which will allow for more firmware updates happening and high-level monitoring. On this video on the right-hand side, this is what we are seeing most installers do and reasons why they truly love these products. There is a base plate on the bottom of our inverter, and there's a metal plate on top. You can actually take both of those off, put the inverter on top of it, and they seal to each other. And that way you can pull the wiring directly from an inverter into the battery. And it makes it for such a seamless and clean installation. But again, an easier installation rather than having running wiring wherever you have to go. Just directly drop it down. That simple. So that is the eForce, for example, the battery number one. To address the inverter that we were talking about there briefly, actually, we're going to go to the next battery, then I'll go to the inverter. So the next battery that we just recently came out with and already getting a lot of pre-orders for is the eBoost. The eBoost is a 16 kilowatt battery. Comes to you pre-assembled. It only has two components for the install. So you have the whole battery cabinet and the battery inside. That's the part that's already assembled for you. It has on the built-in wheels. On top of it is the E-Way. Same application. They plug into each other. Comes with a built-in 750 amp bus bar, knockouts on all sides, and easy installation. And this one is also indoor and outdoor rated and also has the built-in heater. Price point is extremely competitive to where if you bid this equipment, you are competing with the other manufacturers, if not more. Our cost is much more competitive and can allow the homeowner to have a more cost-effective system. You as the installer can purchase a cost-effective system and a seamless install. Now, for the eBoost, real briefly, something that is special about it too is that it has a built-in powerful BMS, so a 300 amp surge power rating, scalable up to 516 kilowatt hours. Again, cold climates, you can also floor mount and wall mount the system. And the E-Way, again, you can do both AC and DC conductors without the need for a separate wire array, and you can set the inverter on top. Now, the inverter I'm briefly going to talk about because it is an extremely powerful inverter. This is our own inverter. We have created this to make it, again, a full ecosystem when paired with our battery. So for example, this is our MV True 12 kilowatt inverter, the most common one used for grid tied, off-grid, VPP, and commercial application because yes, this inverter can do three-phase systems. You do need a minimum of 3 of those to make that happen. But a couple of the points I want to address in this inverter. Number 1, it comes with a built-in 200 amp pass-through. So it makes it significantly powerful to handle a lot of loads on the house. It has the advanced controls, has the generator input, and also for the commissioning as well can be done on the screen or remotely. You can also parallel up to 10 of these inverters. It has 3 MPPTs, so you are able to do a 21 kilowatt of solar array. We also build this with a built-in RSD AP Smart transmitter. Again, one less piece of equipment that you have to purchase. And then for the voltage, it can do 120, 240 single phase. It can do 120, 208 three phase, and 127, 223 phase. This can be AC and or DC coupled. In this day and age, I know installers come across a lot of retrofit systems or existing PV, and now they want a fresh inverter paired with a fresh battery. This inverter can handle any kind of retrofit system you throw its way. Lastly, it is coming to you with a designated generator port. In this picture, you can see you have the PV inputs here, you have the battery terminals here, the gen load, the grid load, and then the comms cables. All this comes to you with the inverter. So it's an extremely powerful system, powerful inverter that can pair with our batteries. Again, one software, one system, one warranty, one company, making the user experience and homeowner experience that much more enjoyable. Just some pictures of some actual installs of the eForce, for example, with our inverter. So this one is in Puerto Rico. That's a 19.2. This one is also an eForce paired with our inverter. This one is in Colorado. This one is actually grid tied, or not grid tied. This one is an off-grid application. And then you have a bigger system here, which is in California, that is a 57.6 kilowatt system. As you can see, tight spaces, large spaces, this battery works for all. Another good example for tight spaces. Right here, 2 of them, Puerto Rico. This one is actually a special off-grid container that was designed, and then another small. So the last inverter I'm going to cover is the most recent one that we came out with, because in this market, a lot of applications is just for off-grid systems. So we decided, hey, let's just make an off-grid inverter at a significantly great price. So we call this the Solo 6.5. It is an off-grid inverter. So it comes with and designed for 12240 pure sine wave. You can do a 10 kilowatt PV input into it. So that's 2 MPPTs. It can do 6.5 kilowatt continuous power output. You can do 9.6 kilowatt max gen or grid charge. Scalable up to 6 units. 5-year product warranty. This comes with an included DC and AC breakers and disconnect. So you can do PV, battery, grid load, and generator. So this availability does come out at the end of October. We are taking pre-orders for this and already selling them because there's just a lot of jobs that just want an off-grid inverter, and this will be a perfect application for it. Lastly, something that, again, I talked on just briefly at the start of this presentation is our system designer. This is something that we created and something free of access to anybody. Again, we do this to help give more tools to our installer partners or installers in general to be able to size out the most accurate and correct system for a homeowner's project. So you can type in the loads, the quantity, how many running watts it's going to recover, the surge watts, how many hours per day, is it an indoor or outdoor application? And it will generate system suggestions for you that you can immediately quote for the homeowner. And this is accessible on our website. Nobody has to sign up for it. You can easily use it. So I do not specialize in the C&I product portfolio, but what I can say is we make some pretty darn good commercial industrial products and software. So we can do anywhere from small ratings to something larger, so 480 volt to 08 volt systems. So anywhere that has demands between 90 and 30 kilowatt of power, and then something even larger, more robust. That would be our eSpire 280. So anything greater than 250 kilowatt hours or demands greater than 90 kilowatt of power. Now, what we also do on top of that not many others do, is we will also help create the profile and system size for you. That way you don't have to go to any excess engineering firm or anybody else to do it. We'll help it. We have an intake form on our website. It does ask for base information. Also, like 15-minute interval data is extremely helpful. So that way our engineers can actually accurately create a suggested system size. And this does not cost you a single thing. We do it because we want to be phenomenal partners for you and your projects. So to touch upon the Energy Broker, aka VPP programs, we are in over 16 states and territories, all over from Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Wyoming, Utah. Those states are the Pacific Corp WattSmart program. We are on another program, Holy Cross, in Colorado, and soon to be in another VPP program in Colorado, hopefully by the end of this year. California, Arizona, Texas in development. We are on the Duke Energy program, North Carolina, parts of South Carolina. We are on multiple programs in Connecticut, Vermont, and New York, and developing more. So yes, we are on many VPP programs. We know how to create them. We know how to develop them. So again, if there are utility companies out there, or if you know somebody at a utility company that would like to look into creating a VPP program, they can also contact us. We'll even show them how they can even make it possible. So at the end of the day, Fortress Power, it's a cliche setting, but it's so but it's so true. We're not just a battery manufacturer. We are a solutions partner and provider. Again, dedicated US-based support. Our tech support comes from engineering backgrounds, comes from installer backgrounds, have hands-on experience with equipment. They're not reading from some script. These guys know exactly how to assist you on our equipment and the projects and headaches that may come along the way. Although few, we're realistic, they do happen sometimes. We will get them sorted out. And again, locations in the US, Mexico, and Puerto Rico. We are accessible via phone, email, and our live chat with extensive knowledge base. Now, when it comes to installations, and let's say you were coming up on your first installation, whether that's a full system, our inverter, or our battery, we provide expert training and certification. So we do have our own online training courses, which can be easily accessible when you sign up as an installer. Again, we don't require that kind of any kind of specified commitment to do that. We just want you to have training to make it efficient. We can also do in-person technical workshops. We can also do online trainings as well. We can make them one-on-ones. And also we have a certified installer program and also recorded webinars such as this one. We also had a phenomenal webinar done by our solutions engineer, Gio, yesterday, which is posted on our YouTube channel. expanding more on our products, worth a listen if you want to have a very well-versed training. Along with that, we help our partners with sales and marketing support. So we do co-marketing with our partners. So if they want tailored marketing material, we can help create that. We can talk about strategies of how to make it work in the market. We do a lot of extra things for our partners. And then lastly is that warranty. So again, the warranty for the batteries, our MV inverters, can span from 10 years and you can increase it to 30 years. The reason why we can do 30-year warranties in our system is for our fantastic partners over at Solar Insure. Solar Insure is literally a solar insurance company, but they do more than just that. Homeowners these days, as we all know, they don't just want a product, they want a product with assurances, a product with a peace of mind that is going to work for them now and for the years to come. And so with that, they like having extended warranties these days, in which case you can offer Fortress Power Equipment partnered with Solar Insure. If you wish to reach out to Solar Insure, we can get you connected with them too. And that is applicable to our residential and our commercial systems. So that is nearing the end of the presentation here, everybody. Again, to recap, we don't just want to ask for the business. We want to earn it. Let's have a conversation. I want to learn. Every single sales rep at the company, whenever we meet with clients, we want to learn when you started, how you're structured, how you function, and what can we do to help create success. We want to be in your shoes to know how can we tailor our products and our solutions to your business model, to your installation model, to help you thrive in the sales and the success of your clients. So we are here for your success. I believe we are a phenomenal partner to join, but just don't take my word for that. Have a conversation with us. Let's assess everything. Again, to recap the RE Plus Vegas event, we also did a little event up there in Canada. There's so much optimism for the end of 2025 and 2026 for solar. I think the opportunity is there to grasp, but the opportunity for us to grasp, got to be partnered with the right manufacturers, right companies. And I believe that we are the top tier company to do that with. So that is all I have for everybody today. I'm going to quickly check if there are any questions in this thing. And there's not. Perfect. If there are questions, please reach out to me. Again, our email here, sales@fortresspower. And we're happy to help you out. Thank you, everybody who took the time to attend this webinar today. And best of success for this week. And here's to a great 2025 year of projects closing out and to another great 2026 year of solar to thrive. Thank you, everybody.